One time back in, I think it was 1982, I bought me a truck. It was 80 model, but I think it was only had about 20,000 miles. Anyway, we was out driving around, and I picked up Jimmy Jones and Billy McHaney right here from Hardy. And we started out and driving around. We decided to run some catfish holes, and anyway, we didn't catch any catfish, so we was going to all go camping on the river. So we decided we'd go down to P&P Pork. Down here, it's a hog farm down by Williford. And so we drove down there, and when we walked in, they asked us, "Oh, you know, you hadn't caught any fish and all that today?" And I said, "No, it didn't do no good at all." But we was kind of thinking about getting a hog, and cook it on the grill on the river, and I mean, we didn't have no fish. We had to cook something. You know, everybody was waiting. So he said, "You know, I'm fixing to go out of business." And I said, "I just made up my mind." Called my partner and said, "We're gonna get rid of these hogs and stuff." Said, "You boys want some hogs?" He said, "Go right down that feeder hog lane, and then they weigh about 40 pounds, about around 40. He said, "Just get all you want." And so we did. We went right out there, and old Jimmy Jones, he was throwing them in, Billy Mack, and when I was driving, they would throw them in there, you know, and then until we picked up 40. And so we hit the highway. We was headed back to Hardy. Now, this is around the 4th of July. And on the way back to Hardy, I'd have to hit the brakes to all them hogs. They'd all pile up in the corners and stuff to keep them jumping out. Well, we lost 3. You'd hear them, they go, wee, they'd go, and they'd hit the river, you know, hit the road and go to bouncing down through there. Anyway, we get into Hardy, and it was the 4th of July, like I said. And they had people that used to at Hardy, it must have been, looked like 10,000 people, but there's at least 1,000 people on the streets. And they was all going in all them gift shops and stuff in Hardy. And we got behind a trailer truck, and we couldn't make no time, you know. And then pigs started jumping out in Hardy. And when they jumping out, they was running down the sidewalks, and people was jumping back and forth. And they was going in them stores, and you'd hear people cussing and stuff, and they would tear them stores down. And you'd hear a car hit one of them, and whee, all the way down Hardy, you know. And when we got to the other end of Hardy, now we had 37 when we got to Hardy, because we'd lost 3. We had 3 pigs when we got to the other end of Hardy. And of course we was laughing hard, and we took on off over to Jimmy Jones' house. We was going to put them in it. We ended up 3 pigs. That's better than what we started with, and before we got to the hog farm. But we still had 3 pigs. We get to his house. We run in the ditch trying to get in, and throwed one out, broke his neck, and a blue heeler jumped in there and killed us. We had 1 pig when it was over with. And we fattened him up. Even Memorial Day didn't weigh but 40. We'd had 4 or 5, we'd had plenty. But we fattened that 1 pig up, old Junior, and we ate him on Memorial Day. And the mayor said it was one of the worst things ever happened to Hardy, and she said if we came back to Hardy for a while, she tried to do her best, and it's all in the pen. So we didn't go back to Hardy, especially with any hogs. Then we got some sideboards. That took care of that problem. That was 30 years ago, and I'm sure that mayor wouldn't have sent us to the pen. But today, the mayor, Nina Thornton, she might just gun us down the street, or we might just have a big barbecue. But I ain't taking no chances.